Hello everyone, this is Maureen and welcome to My Crochet Story. Today it's all about amigurumi because this is Amigurumi Wednesday and this is February the 7th. So I've started on a couple of new amigurumis. Now, we've got Easter just around the corner, so I thought I would go ahead and get a very fast jump start on some Easter items, and that's what I have started. A little bit more about that in a minute. But anyway, let me say thank you to all of you that are here. You know that I greatly appreciate every time that you stop by to see what it is that I've been working on or that I want to share with you. If this is your first time in, welcome to you as well, and let me say thank you for taking the time to come check me out. Now I do hope that you'll stay for the whole video and then take just an extra moment to go look at all the other content on my channel, because I hope that you'll find something there that you'll like, that will instill in you the need to hit that little subscribe button down in the corner, and then look for the bell with those little hugs on the side, because it'll let you know every time I upload some content. Alrighty, so I told you I've already decided I wanted to get a little jump on Easter. So I was looking through my crochet books, which, my husband thinks would make a very good bonfire. Anyway, I came back to one of my books that I worked in earlier. In fact, back about September, October, because I made two little kittens, if you remember them, the little ballerina kitten that I made for my granddaughters for Christmas. Well, I knew that I had seen a picture of a bunny rabbit that had just captured, what I wanted to make, so to speak. And so I had to look through my books, and I finally found her. Now, this is the book I'm talking about, The Sweet Crochet Animals. I've shown them to you before. And so what I am doing, I'm working on two bunnies. One's called a bunny and the other one's called a rabbit. I don't know the difference, but I'm sure if my husband was here, he would tell me there's a difference. Anyways, one is a girl and one's a boy. So let me show you the little girl here. Her name is Mimi. So there she is. Isn't she just precious? I think she's cute as a button. And they've got her all decked out in purple, but I think I'm going to be doing her in pink. I mean, she's a little girl. I want her to actually be in pink. And then my little boy, his name is MITI the rabbit. And then there he is. Isn't he cute? Now he's kind of got a little bit of a holiday theme going there with the red and white stripe, because they said his favorite pastime is dreaming about Christmas all year long. Now, I'm doing them both at the same time. And so I've got their heads all finished. I mean, their facial features, everything. So let me show you. And then I'll give you just a little bit of, yeah. Okay, so here are their little heads. And guys, they are about the size. Let me get them turned here. All right, camera, help me here. There they are. It's this one here I need to turn back in. There they are. This one is MITI, and this one is Mimi. Now, I know you can't really tell the difference between the two of them, but I can. Now, their heads, folks, are a little, that's a nice size navel orange. All right, not as big as a grapefruit, but a little bigger than your standard orange. Now, these little bunny rabbits are only supposed to be 11 inches tall. Okay, so let me show you 11 inches here. All right. So this is 11 inches. Really? What, 11 inches? Yeah, here we go. I didn't even have to get out the ruler. Tape measure. whatever. Okay, this book is 11 inches. All right, this book, let me get her in there, is 11 inches. Well, here's the head. I still have the body, the ears, the feet. I mean, you know. Now, if they are measuring 11 inches from the head to the feet, then I can see that, you know, because it says finished sized. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen, because I've already constructed one ear. Look at that. So she and he are both going to be a wee bit bigger than 11 inches. But you know what? That's okay. I don't mind. I mean, I want them for myself, so that's okay. I am using a worsted weight yarn. Now it said you could use a 3-weight or a 4-weight. Now the only difference is, and I know that this is what made it bigger, is that they recommend using a size B as in boy hook, and I'm using an F as in Frank hook. So there's a little bit of difference in size there, so I know that that's what has increased her in size, and him as well. But guys, there is no way that I can work even with a 3-weight yarn with a size B hook. I mean, my hands, they're old hands, and they're just not going to be able to do that. And I'm much more comfortable working with the 4-weight and the F size hook anyways. But that is what I'm working on. I just got started. I am working on her hat, and it says to be sure that whenever you make the hat, that it covers over half of the head. Now that's just the back side. It's going to come all the way down right here about where you see the pink thread there hanging, and then it's going to come across the top up here and end about there. Now it says if you need to, because of your tension and whatever yarn and hook size you're using, that you can add an extra couple of rows at this point here before it starts going to this part here has just been increasing. I do think that I am going to do what it suggests and add a couple more rounds of increases before I go to its standard, you know, same number of stitches per round. Now, as you noticed, as I said, this keeps calling the purple of her dress maroon. But folks, doesn't that look purple to you, or am I just colorblind? What do you think? Doesn't it look purple? And I kid you not, it's not changing the color there on the camera. That looks a lot like purple to me. Now, it could be at the time that they took the picture and this was printed that she changed her mind as to which little bunny she wanted there, and nobody caught the difference there, but that's okay. I think other than changing the color on her particular dress, I think the only other thing I might do is, what was I thinking? Oh, I was thinking about adding some white in here on her little dress, because for some reason I see her in a little pink and white dress, maybe with some white, you know, just a couple of rows of white in there. I am going to give her a little white ruffle instead of that, what are they calling it? See, again, they're calling that a cream ruffle. Well, that's not a cream ruffle, folks. I mean, it's just not. So, anyhow. And then on little MITI over here, I think I'm just going to go with the traditional blue for him since he is a little boy. And I haven't made up my mind what I'm going to do with this shirt. I might, well, no, if I use blue though, I don't know. Maybe I'll use green and yellow for his shirt instead of red and white. Well, I'll just have to wait and see what hits me whenever I get to do in his clothes. Now, the nice thing about these two bunnies actually is they have the same head shape, the same directions for for their heads and the same directions for their bodies. So that's the reason why I thought that I would go ahead and do them both at the same time. I haven't read real close, but I do think also that the legs, now their arms are different because of the sleeves on the little girl. But I think in looking here real quick, without, like I said, without reading the instructions, I think their legs are the same as well. So other than just, you know, changing up their clothes on the outside, they're basically the same bunny pattern or rabbit pattern, whatever you want to call it. So I think that, you know, this will lend for a lot of ways that I could personalize it for specific grandkids, or even, you know, friends and families, their kids as well. You know, just, I think it would be very easy to personalize them is what I'm trying to say, especially if you just go ahead and work up quite a few bodies and just kind of have them tucked over here on the side, and then when somebody wants a specific boy or a specific little girl, then all you have to do is go back in and you know, tweak the clothes themselves. So anyway, I'll keep you posted next week as to whether that idea is still right or not. Anyway, that's all I have for you today for amigurumi. Now I do have my next little Imkin. I've already told you, it's going to be a little boy. He is in the works, but I'm not going to show you anything because, you know, Pearl and I, my first one, remember her from last week? Again, folks, she's being a little picky and a little sassy as to what we're going to do with him. So we're going back and forth with some ideas, but I can go ahead and tell you that it's, you know, it's all right for you to know that it is going to be a little boy. And that's all I can say about him because she's already fussing at me. So let me put her back over here so she won't interfere with what we're doing here. All right, just get over there and be quiet. Anyways, that, like I said, that's all I have for you for amigurumi today. Please stay tuned for next week whenever I show you my progress. I'm not going to promise that I'm going to be finished with them. Nope, nope, nope. I'm not going to do that. I have come to the conclusion that I'm going to set a certain amount of time each week to work on things that I want to work on, and then stop and not force myself to try to get them finished just so that I can make a video. I think it's just going to be a lot easier for me to show you my progress rather than getting stressed over trying to produce for you a finished product. Now I hope that's okay. If that's not what you fancy, then you can always just click long enough to see, oh, she's not finished with it yet, so I'll wait. Whichever, but that is my plan for the moment. I'm just going to show you my progress from week to week, and I think my critters that I developed for you from amigurumi will be a lot happier, and I know I will be as well, because I want them made with love, you know, and that's the only reason I think that I am enjoying the amigurumi so much, is because I already have in my mind what I want them to look like and who I'm making them for. And I want to enjoy making the amigurumi, and I also want whoever gets it, whether it's myself or someone else, I want them to know that every stitch was made with love for that little toy. So that's my goal. We'll see how long it lasts. So I do hope that you've stayed this long, because let me remind you, be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know, could be your light that they need to see. I love you all, and again, thank you so much for stopping by. Bye.